We are stuck in Brighouse Basin. And faced with having to consider some options. With a frozen upper basin that contains the water point.
Paths here are all still really frozen and slippy. The birds have been coming because I've been feeding them every day. This is my beautiful friend. I'm calling him Freckles because I had freckles, masses of freckles when I was growing up, and Freckles looks like he has freckles because of the patches of leucism.
Leucism is a genetic mutation that causes white patches to appear on the animal. On birds, leucism can mean that their feathers wear down more quickly, but this blackbird can still fly, and he is utterly charming.
To the station we go. Platform 2. Come, Seth. Careful down the stairs. Good girl. Holding on.
Brighouse railway station was first opened in 1840 as a mainline station operated by the Manchester and Leeds Railway.
It's not our trains there.
But it closed in 1970 and then reopened again in the year 2000, a few hundred yards east of the old station.
So you see this at stations a lot now, where you have a group of people who look after the station and its surroundings, and this is the Friends of Brighouse Station.
This group of volunteers keep the station litter-free and flower-full, and the planters are sponsored by local businesses.
It's amazing, isn't it, to come here and see that. I had no idea that this was happening at the station in Brighouse. I'm only moored over there. It makes me feel really good to know that all these projects are going on in all of these communities, people coming together. It was like that in Todmorden, and now it's, you know, they've obviously got that going on here, which is brilliant. Oh, there's a cat. Dear. It's alright, Seth. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you, Seth. I know. It's gone now. It's all gone. This is our train. Wait, Seth. Come that way. Good girl. Ready? Here we go. Oh, this way, Seth. Good girl. We're going to find a spot on the train.
The plan is to visit this really special place that I'm going to today in the hope that the upper basin will defrost so that tomorrow morning I can go and get some water. Halifax. Doesn't it look stunning?
Oh my goodness, I didn't expect to see that today. I'm quite excited. I haven't even got to where I'm going, but I'm just staring at this peregrine. That's just amazing to be able to come here and see a peregrine falcon like that. Oh God, it's so exciting. Come on, Seth. And this is where we're going. We're going to the Peace Hall. But look at this. Peace Hall is one of the most important Georgian buildings in Britain. It was a marketplace for pieces, hence its name, of woolen cloth, made by local handloom weavers. And it's one of the only of its kind left in the world today. There are 315 rooms in which weavers and merchants used to sell their cloth, as well as the market space in the centre for the less wealthy merchants and weavers.
These are unquestionably times of great moments in Yorkshire.
Are you giving them a kiss?
There's now a fantastic museum at the Peace Hall and some beautiful little independent shops.
Me and Zephyr are sharing a jacket potato. We're sharing it.
It's such a beautiful place to spend the day, and all overlooked by a peregrine falcon. Unfortunately, signal failure on the trains meant a change of plan was needed in order to get back to Narrowboat Alice Grace.
Having to go back in a taxi. Right, we've got a bit of a change in the situation because the floodgates are open and the board is now down off the red and into the orange. So that means that we can proceed on the river. But after the river, once you're through the lock gate at the other end, the canal is all iced over. And we probably could push our way through that ice, but there's a little cruiser there and there's other boats moored, and I just think it'll be a bit selfish to do. And also we'd have to keep going quite a long way until we got to a service point. Tess, is it frozen? Oh, looking good. Yeah, look. We have water, so that's good.
But the upper basin where the water tap is still very much frozen.
So this is when the aqua roll comes into play. I've mentioned them in previous vlogs. I've not used them yet this year. But today it looks like we are going to fill up the water tank using several trips with our aqua roll. This is the obstacle course on the flat. Then it's going to be past this boat, up the slope, over the bridge, and then down the slope of death here. I mean, that's going to be into the gate, literally probably head first. Right, okay. Okay, here we go. It's going to be a bit of a bumpy ride, but here we go.
At least this isn't the big freeze of 1963, which lasted for 3 months and saw drops in temperature as low as minus 20 degrees Celsius. It was this event that put a final end to trade on the canals, as the waterways were rock solid and alternative methods of transport had to be found. When it eventually thawed out, times had changed forever for the working boats.
Oh my god! Right, hold on to the wall. It's the best idea. 1, 2 feet bend. Yes. Okay. Let's do this. Pushing it out. There we go.
A stick is attached to the hose pipe so it stays at the bottom of the container. Then to get the water out, you just create some suction.
So there we go. What's in here now?
Several trips later, we were all full of water.
Holly Waffle Doodah on the channel, whose handle, I love your name by the way, mentioned to me about the 1963 winter, which I was going to talk about.
She said it was so hideously cold that the government actually issued requests over the wireless asking all citizens to please feed the birds every morning and every evening. There was a great fear that British wildlife, especially birds, would be wiped out.
I don't think that is Freckles. Is it Freckles? So we're all filled up with water now, but I've just been speaking to a boater this evening, and a couple of boaters are going to move their boats tomorrow morning because they think there's going to be a flood here because the snow is going to thaw, and it's so much snow, there's so much snow up on the hills, and it's all going to come down here. But I'm not so sure. I've checked my flood alert and it doesn't say that, so I'm going to have to monitor that in the morning. But what I thought I would do, because I'm in Yorkshire, is make parkin. A really traditional Yorkshire and Lancashire recipe, but I'm going to veganise it.
Originally, parkin was a celebratory cake eaten at winter festivals, and in Yorkshire and Lancashire, bonfire night would not be the same without it.
So this is vegan butter. Now I've only got salted vegan butter in the fridge, so I'm not going to add salt like the recipe suggests because it's going to be in the butter. And then you've got milk and treacle. I'm using Plenish almond milk. It's only 3 ingredients in it. It's a nice natural vegan milk. Then we've got golden sugar. Golden sugar I'm using. Flour, rolled oats, a bit of baking powder, ginger and cinnamon. And here, this is my egg substitute. No one's been sick. This is the egg substitute. Today I'm going to use 1 mashed banana, and I'm also using in there's a mixture of flaxseed. 1 tablespoon of flaxseed with 3 tablespoons of water is also equal to 1 egg. No heat.
Mine looked like this after 40 minutes, and once it had cooled I cut it and stored it, because parkin is like a fine wine, it improves with age. parkin's baking nicely. Spiced ginger fills the air, where night tries to entice me with wharf's moon's gelid stare. Somewhere, upon a frozen tree, a bird wears night's design, its wings all dark and inky, specked with stars that shine. And as the cake bakes outside thaws and fills the river's throat, it'll drink until the daylight pours through the portholes of each boat. Now as it guzzles boaters stew, puzzling on their fate, and considering what it will do in its inebriated state.